The prosecution clause, the only thing that I would say is very, very good, except I'd say the gun knife analogy, I think that was good, but I think it probably took up more time than you would have
A
liked.
little bit long.
I think you could use the time a little bit better. Defense close, they didn't have the breathalyzer. I don't know if you keep saying that he's not intoxicated. If he's not intoxicated, you might as well go for a not guilty verdict, straight not guilty verdict. You keep making that argument, kept making that argument all the way through trial, made that argument
Well,
again.
if I did that, like, would I need to change my plea?
Say again?
If I did that, like, you're saying I should go, like, say, plead not guilty to DUI too?
Well, what you keep saying is he's not intoxicated. You know, he wasn't really intoxicated. All these other people say he wasn't intoxicated. You might as well go for the whole thing.
Or
and
what
say
you
he's
could
not
do
guilty.
is you could use that with a, they haven't even proved that he's intoxicated.
Right.
You know, we have all these witnesses that say he had been drinking, but we also have all these witnesses that say he appeared okay. They haven't definitively proved that he was
Because
intoxicated.
it didn't cost anything.
But, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, if you use that as their escape route, but
We're not going to.
Fox,
We're not going to tell you that he should have gotten behind the wheel of the car. Right? They haven't proven he's legally intoxicated. That's kind of.
but at worst, and that's when you say, well, they haven't even proved it. So, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, at worst, he's guilty of DUI. Maybe he's guilty of DUI, but he's definitely not guilty.
Because, like, well, anyway, it's a mistake, you got
No,
my car.
I don't think you need to change the thing.
Yeah.
Mistake's not murder because you admit he made a mistake. I mean,
I'm driving on that road.
you can be below the legal limit and
And
you
still
shouldn't
make a
get in the
mistake.
car.
Right.
I mean,
Or you could be below the legal limit and make a mistake as to the manner that you
Yeah.
drive.
yeah.
I mean, I can't tell you how many people I've stopped and it's like, hey man, even though you're not too drunk to drive, if you have been drinking a little bit, why are you doing 70 and 40, So,
All right. Is the prosecution out for revenge rather than justice? Careful not to raise your burden.
Right.
Okay, if you say something like the prosecution is out for revenge, you got to hammer that. And I didn't hear a whole lot of. I heard there was an argument in that. I don't know if I would actually say that outright. I talk about what the prosecution of the state was and charging Danny Dawson with murder and not DUI. But another approach might be we all understand Vanessa Sullivan, the prosecutor, her loss in this case and her desire to blame someone. If you say I'm blinded by the need to blame, I will jump out of my chair.
I'm gonna say it once. I'll say it once.
No,
Just for
you
fun.
won't.
Oh,
Just says,
another
I just
thing.
said, do you jump out of
since
your chair?
he's talking about speed from his expert clothes, you gotta bring yours out too. Because you didn't talk about the fact that your expert determined he was only going
Yeah, I forgot that to be one. That's
Okay.
like, I looked at it.
51 and
First thing-
45 sounds a lot better than doubling the speed limit.
First thing I want to do in this closing argument, point out. Ladies and gentlemen, jury, first of all, this is an incorrect statement of the law. It's an incorrect statement of the law because it is not whether or not there was some reasonable foreseeable risk of harm, it's whether or not the defendant actually foresaw that harm. And it's clear that he didn't foresee the harm. They haven't proven that. So make sure you get those distinctions. I don't think we really brought out the distinction enough of what we're actually arguing on this. With regards to what's in his head, what matters is what's in his head, not what other reasonable persons would have done. It's what he did. It's what was in his head. Did he think there was a substantial risk of harm, or did he disregard that risk? Did he act with manifest indifference to the value of human life? They're making their argument, but you make yours and say, yeah, he probably was making a mistake, but it didn't rise to that level. So you've got to clearly bring out the law in that regard if you're going to make that kind of argument. The only other thing I think I have is this is a general comment throughout the course of the entire trial, I just didn't know where to bring this up. I think we need to bring out more photos, just because I think it's something that juries might like to see the scene. We've got some nice photos, the wreckage and things like, probably bring down during Officer Foster, and use that. I think we got any, I would like any photos of the Vanessa Sullivan. I don't think we have those. Have a nice 403 argument over that. But, does anybody have any questions? First of all, I'm sorry, Corey, do you have any more comments about closing?
Now you guys hit them all, except for both of you watch your time, because you both would have gone over. I don't think anyone was keeping time today, so just work on that. You came pretty close, Kim. I think you were right at 9 minutes. It might have been a little over, but I was trying to watch the time as when you started, but you know, just work on it. Great way over.
Guys, we're going to split you up into teams. Y'all can work out your dyads over the course of the next week. Work out your practice times. Don't leave until you've worked out your practice time with your partner.
And a captain and coach.
Right. Good clarification. Make sure you inform your captain of when you are going to be meeting and get approval from them. Since we've got 3 teams, we had to adjust the syllabus, which is just the schedule and how we're going to be doing things. I won't pass that out now. Y'all can just circulate that. Coach time is one thing I always forget is to print out the coach time. Sign that form. It might be in that desktop. But if you want to meet with one of us, make an appointment with us far in advance. I'm usually here Thursday nights. Coach, did you change?
Yeah, Wednesday night.
You changed to Wednesday night. Starting at what time?
5. Yeah, 5 o'clock on Wednesday night.
Starting at 5 o'clock Wednesday night. Come see us if you want to come see us. I'm starting at 6:30 on Tuesday night. I can also see you Saturday afternoon. I like to say it doesn't put with Alabama football, but you know that's fine if it does. It does happen to be playing. I'll have one eye on my laptop with the score.